Hello, and welcome to the next instalment, you lucky things, of Never Together. As you can probably tell by my sweet dulcet tones, I am not well. I don't have COVID, but if I do give my counterpart illness, we all know who to blame. So, you know. Anyway, aside from the sounds of my horrific voice and potential train noises that are going past this flat, today we're talking about food, foodie girls, and sort of all the good things that come with that. We are two massive foodies.
Food lovers.
Food mothers.
Lovers.
Food mothers.
Food mothers.
I'm your food mother now.
Call me mother.
And we obviously have a few like subtopics to talk about
As always.
within inside of that. But sort of my question to you, darling, would be being a foodie girl, because I feel like half of it is also you tell people you're a foodie and they're like, you do? Really?
Yeah.
Or even if you say it to a man, he's like, oh yeah, but have you ever had like a steak
It's like,
from...
name 3 albums.
Have you ever...
But for food.
Have you ever had a steak from Gaucho? It's like... Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, to be fair, actually, growing up, I was a very fussy eater.
I have never been a fussy eater.
Now, for me, it's just mushrooms and mash. That's it.
Like mashed potatoes?
Yeah, fucking hate it.
Oh.
Texture.
Interesting. Yeah, fair. That's absolutely fair.
Like any other form of potato, like I don't want to be...
Absolutely love it.
I don't want to be a fucking hater, but it's the gritty...
Yeah, fair.
I'm big on texture.
Fair.
Big on texture.
Absolutely fair.
So,
I
like-
think for me, I absolutely hate artichokes.
Oh.
Listen,
not
I
bad.
had a tantrum when I was about 2 years old. Fucking hated him.
What was the tantrum? Because you ate them and then were like,
No, because I hate, as every other kid who has vegetables, it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Bad.
So, it's just, maybe it's a thing of texture. Anyway, I had this tantrum when I was about 2. Fast forward about 22 years later, and I am at Christmas with my best friend's family, and the mum is like, I made artichokes for everyone, but because I don't want another tantrum. And I was like, you fucking
Why did they bring
bitch.
that up?
But you know what? It's funny. We laugh. I was a kid. But I was like, how bad was that tantrum that she remembers it?
Oh, girl, you are speaking to the tantrum queen. I would throw a tantrum over anything as a child.
See, I didn't, so maybe that's why she remembers it, because I was such a great
I
child.
remember being maybe about 4, 5, maybe a bit younger. Anyway, I'd run up the stairs at a train station, like raced ahead of my mum. I was like, I'm gonna fucking get to the top. Ran to the top, obviously ate shit at the top, tripped over, and then this man came up behind me to obviously help me up, child fallen over, and I scream at the top of my lungs, stranger danger.
Fuck off.
And my mum's like running up at the stairs behind me going, I'm so sorry, I've told her just to if anybody comes up to you, shout stranger danger and I'll come and get you kind of thing. And he's like, it's really okay. And my mum was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you afterwards?
Oh my god.
But like, my mum did the same thing. So obviously mushrooms, mash, nay. And like, literally, I can't remember what happened. I think it was at university and I was coming home, and she was like, oh, we're just having a couple of friends over. I'm just going to do a dinner party. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm like, oh, what are we having? Starter.
Stop it.
Stuffed mushrooms.
No!
Stuffed mushrooms.
I mean, I love them, but if you hate them...
Bitch, it gets fucking worse. Main. Stop it. Cottage pie.
Oh, fuck.
Girl! And I'm like, do you fucking want me to come to this or not? Like, because I'll just fucking...
And I bet your mum's cooking is paying.
It's so good.
But,
like, she... Like anyone who likes that food, you would like it.
Yeah. If you
and then
don't,
I was like, oh, so am I just coming for the evening entertainment?
The vibes.
Am I just here for you?
Am I the singer?
And I can't remember what I did. I think I just made my own food and then had dessert.
Fair.
And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But also as well, like, foodie Instagram is like so taken off, hasn't it? Like, you can make a career out of fucking food.
Yeah, and I think people think when I think that's part of it. When people think you're a foodie, they think you have like an Instagram with like million followers. And I was like, I'm a foodie with like one of my bestest friends, we just try new restaurants at least a couple of times a month. And
I just like to fucking eat.
I just like to eat.
Such a crime?
If
it's a kebab that I've dropped on the floor, or if it's a 5-star meal,
Michelin.
I'm gonna fucking eat it.
I'm gonna eat it. We'll try the £5 kebab shop around the corner.
Oh girl, yeah.
Or
kebab me later. Isn't that what it's called? No.
Kebab
me later.
No. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So I think, I love food, and I think a lot of our friendship, we've been doing it for a while. It's been trying new places together and sort of talking shit about it or saying how delicious it is, and we want
9 times out of 10 it'll be, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing I've ever had in my
9
life.
times out of 10. I don't think we've ever had like a very bad one.
I can't remember the last bad meal I've had. Have you ever sent food back?
Have I ever sent food back?
I don't think I have,
I don't think so. But as I'm getting older, I'm turning into my dad.
You're turning into a Karen.
No, not Karen. My dad. I'm paying for what I asked for.
Kevin, Keith.
It's just my dad. Like, obviously if it's something simple, I'm not gonna be a little bitch about it. But if, like, for example, I want my steak medium/well done, which is criminal, but it's, like, still mooing, I'll be like, can you cook it just a little bit?
Why do you have it medium well done?
I don't, but that's just an example of, like, if
you've asked, okay.
If I've asked for something and it's not the way that I want it, I'm paying for it. But obviously if it's like...
I'm trying to think. I think the last time I can remember, I was in Ibiza. It's an Ibiza. And... your bits and your bitses.
Bits and bobs.
See Ibizas. All of those. I was in Ibiza and... she brought out this salmon, and do you know what? It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But I know some people like it like that. It was raw in the middle.
I see.
Which is fine for some people, but I like it cooked.
Done.
Not even well done. I mean, can you have a degree of salmon cooking?
No, but it's like,
I was like, oh, I turned into like this little fucking Orphan Annie child.
Stop it.
Like, the sun will come out. Tomorrow, send my salmon back. No, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I can see you're busy. I was like nearly crying. I was like, do you know what? I'll just eat it. I'll just fucking eat it.
I'll just shit myself
I'll just fucking have salmonella. It's fine. I'll eat it. No, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But like, can I just have it done like a little bit more? And I was like, and she was like, oh yeah, that's fine. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
See, that's what I mean. Like, I feel so bad.
Oh my god, I was nearly,
like, especially if obviously
I was nearly sick in my mouth, and literally like I was like so paralyzed by telling this woman, please. But all she did was literally just
put in the grill.
She literally just shoved it. She didn't make me a new salmon. Yeah. Like, all my trimmings were still there, and she was like, oh, I hope that's better. Yeah. I was like, it's fine.
I think, obviously, it also depends where I'm at, because...
It was expensive.
If I'm in an expensive restaurant, I'm like, babe...
It was a fillet. Like, it was a fillet of salmon.
Come here.
Yeah, it was like a fillet.
I'm paying £600 for this entire dinner, please.
Sort it out.
If I'm at Wendy's or McDonald's...
Oh my god.
I'm lucky if I can
imagine. Can you imagine like going to McDonald's and be like, ooh, can I have my triple cheeseburger medium well? Thank you.
Someone actually, I think I was in the middle of moving, and I stopped by McDonald's to like get something, and this one was like, it's cold. I was like, you're in a fucking McDonald's? Like,
babe,
go home, microwave it.
I've eaten cold McDonald's, and do you know what? Tastes the same. Tastes the same. I don't have a problem with it. I literally do not have a problem with it. But the thing I do have a problem with, actually, is, like, these, girls, gays and theys, we're not here to hate on women. But I have a few questions.
Okay.
Here's my list of questions. So there are these girls, right, on Instagram, and they eat out, like, every fucking day. They eat, like, literally, they go to, like, the most... But this is the thing. Do they do that? Do they just take a photo of their food, eat 2 bites, and go... It's not even about that. It's just, like... delicious! And then put it in a box. Delicious! Put it in a box and take it away.
No, but it's not even that. It's just more like... Is there no... Like, I know for a fact one day a week I want to eat a pizza on my sofa.
Oh my god, yeah.
And not
more than one day a week.
More than one day a day. More than one day a day. More than one day a week. I just want to like sit on my sofa and be absolutely feral and just eat.
Yeah.
And not have to be bothered by how I look. Like,
that's it, isn't it? That's it.
So because I have more issue of how are you eating out and getting ready every day? Like,
yeah, like,
huh?
How are you still so... this is, do you know what? I've figured it out. This is coming from a place of jealousy. It's jealousy. How are you sat there eating your triple stacked gourmet burger, then you go to like Roka and have sushi, and well, to be fair, sushi
doesn't fill me up. Like a fucking boat.
Yeah. Like it's like 50 quid for like a roll, and then I'm like, oh, I'm still hungry. God. And then they go again the next day, and they have their laden plate, and I'm like, the fuck?
And I bet you they have the audacity to be like, do you know who I am?
Oh
give
my
this
god!
To me for free and I'll give you 40 million
have
followers.
Have you seen those fucking like restaurants will post it, like name and shame these influencers?
Yeah.
Like, oh, can I get a table at fucking Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, whatever?
Yeah.
Marco Pierre White's restaurant. Naming chefs. Can I get a table at Dunner's restaurant? And then they're like, yeah, sure. How many am I booking it for? And it's like, oh, 3. Okay, cool. I was wondering if I post all these photos, and it's
you
like,
could give me the meal for free,
bitch. Like your face. Like the fuck. Everybody else has to pay. Do you think Gordon Ramsay goes to his own restaurant and goes, do you know who I am? The fuck?
Yes, chef, I do know.
Yeah, it's my fucking restaurant.
Is
like,
it sandwich?
Do you think that, like...
It's ridiculous. How do you have the audacity? If anything, poor people should be getting the free
On today's episode of I'm Rich and You're Poor, please can I have probably a comped £600 meal in your Michelin star restaurant? No, get the fuck.
For 2 likes.
Also, as well, you have enough money.
You have money
to be able to
That's
pay
what I'm
for it.
I think if anything, poor people should be the one who get like the comps. It's like, hey, you know, it's a graduation, it's a birthday. I make £300 a year.
I want to flash
dinner.
Oh, I want to have a menu for chicken nuggets. Oh, you know what that means. I want to have a menu for chicken nuggets. But as well, I want to pull the I'm a key worker. Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
I'm a key worker.
If we're gonna stop pulling shit, I'm an immigrant. Like
the race card.
The race card.
Do you want diverse people in your restaurant?
Give me a free fucking meal.
I'm from the DR. Give me a free meal.
I am an immigrant.
I am a...
Are you a refugee?
Oh, give us away. I am a migrant. I'm a migrant of the immy kind.
Stop it.
Off. Get out. Get out. But, like, as well, like, fuck. Like, I am a key worker.
Yeah.
And also, oh my god, as well, this is much bigger in America than it is here. Fucking Yelp reviewers.
Oh, it's my favourite fucking thing ever.
Like, I'm a Yelp reviewer.
It's so in.
That's, do you know what that's like? That's like announcing you've got hemorrhoids to the maitre d'.
But it's true. It's like, oh, I'm a Yelp reviewer. You know how easy it is?
I'll be a Yelp reviewer.
I can be a Yelp reviewer.
Being a Yelp reviewer.
With my Google account.
Being a Yelp reviewer is like having fucking chlamydia. Like, you are not special. Like, if I was serving a table and they went, oh, I'm a Yelp reviewer, and I'd be like, I'm a Libra.
Honestly, it's like, oh my god, me too. Like, turn around and leave. And that's the thing.
I'd be like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
I've never worked in the service industry in that end. My brother and my sister have, because they're...
I have.
See, but my dad and I are so similar. My dad said, if there's one thing I don't want you to do, is work in the service industry.
Oh god.
You're not... No, it's not that you should work in not hospitality, but like, work in retail, because it's...
Which is worse, though, retail or...
Yes. But
which is worse. Yes,
but my dad and I are so similar where he's like, you're going to struggle in this one and it's not going to be fun. You're not going to grow. It's actually going to be...
That's what it is.
So detrimental. And you're not patient. Like, I'm not a people person. I think in my job, I am selectively. I can, have my time away in my office, but then I can have that, like, personality of, like, being outgoing and be a people person for, like, press nights and stuff. But to be a people person...
When Karen
is, and that's the exact example he gave me. It's like, I'm not patient enough for the 23-year-old Karens who want different type of burgers, and like one's vegan and the other one's not, and like one wants mushrooms and the other one doesn't. Like, I don't have patience for this.
Like, I've done it, and that's the thing. Like, 9 times out of 10, it's fine. But the Karens, they come on the worst fucking day. Like, they will come when it's like Mother's Day,
yeah.
Easter fucking Sunday. You're like backed out your ass, there's a queue out the door, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and I'm like, "You're fucking not. You are fucking not." They're like, "I'm so sorry, but my asparagus is touching my hollandaise sauce," and I'm like, "I am going to ram that asparagus so far up your ass, Karen."
Legit. It's like, I don't have time for these problems.
Like, the thing is though, the problems are not problems. They are choices you have made. And like, the amount of times I've wanted to say, "You are coming to me because I've got like 5 plates in one hand, 3 wine glasses and a bottle under my pit," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll go speak to chef for you."
See, no, for me, I think I've worked in retail throughout, like, before the pandemic, and then as a form of survival and mental sanity, ironically, it was working retail as well. It wasn't really retail, it was more like receptionist at a massage parlor, which is very corporate.
Happy ending kind, or
no, just
like a
regular,
genuine
massage
parlor,
massage place, but it was like very
no happy
white
ending.
Privileged people coming in with like first world problems.
My hot stains burnt me.
Yeah, and here we are, like, the front office is literally like 20 something struggling and like barely making it out of like,
I can't afford to go to the place that I'm actually working in.
Yeah, legit. If it weren't for the fact that like we get 1 free massage a month, I would not been able to.
Do you know how fucking tight the restaurant I worked in? So I worked
when
in...
did you work at a restaurant?
Oh, girl, when I was like... So, first, like, big girl, first ever job, I was like 14, 15.
Okay.
And I did weddings. But
Okay,
silver service weddings, so it was like gloves on. But
like, catering and stuff.
But that was actually really fun. Because I would do like 1 or 2, maybe 3 shifts a month. And literally, I think I'd get maybe £200-300 per shift.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So don't get me wrong, it was a slog. You'd have to be there at like...
3 in the morning.
No, like 8 or 9 in the morning, and you wouldn't leave till like 2, 3 in the evening after everything was done.
Yeah.
But you'd get the free food that was left.
Which was probably delicious.
Oh, it was fucking great. One time, there was these Gouda balls, so they were just fried balls of Gouda, and they were fucking hefty. They were a palm size. And literally, for some reason, nobody wanted them. I don't get why. They were fucking...
so delicious.
They were fucking amazing.
It was for you.
I ate so many of them that I was sick. Anyway, you would also get whatever wine was left. So if there was a free bar, you'd get to take the wine home. Because free bar, they've already paid for it.
Yeah.
And if it's left, it's yours. Take it. And literally, everybody at weddings was actually so lovely.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I was doing bar work, and literally one of the guys, he could have been a pervert. I don't know. I don't care. This is not my... it's not my business. It's not my business to say whether he's a pervert or not.
Yeah.
I gave him his vodka Coke, and he was like, "Oh, you've been working a while, haven't you? I've seen you all morning doing like champagne, canapes, and food. There's 20 quid. There you go, babe."
Oh, babe.
And I'm like, "Oh my god!" 15-year-old me was like,
20 quid. Going to Claire's.
Yes,
I'm going to
Claire's Accessories. No, do you know where I was going? I was going to Marks and Spencer's to fucking buy their meal deals. That's what I was doing.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so weddings, great, really fun, loved it. Hard slog, but you'd do 3 a month and you'd be cash in.
Yeah.
And then I worked in a silver service restaurant, which was the worst experience of my life because the manager was your stereotypical restaurant manager. Like, he pushed me, like, in the middle of dinner service. Like, he pushed me. I was like, you realise customers are here.
Yeah.
Everybody's here. So
everyone can see you.
Everybody can see you bullying a child because I was like 15. Yeah. Oh, and the pay. Oh my god. Oh no. It was £1
Stop
above.
It.
No. Oh no. It was £1. I think so. The minimum at the time for my age, because I was under 18, I think it was £3.75. I think around that. People tell me if I'm wrong. He paid me £4.75 an hour.
Yeah.
And to get bullied by him. I was like, bitch, I don't fucking need you.
Legit, I was working 40... Well, in America, work gives you insurance, but only if you're full-time. Ooh. So I was working... Full-time is 40 hours. I was working...
That's more than I work now.
I was working 39.75 hours. So I wouldn't count as full-time, and they wouldn't have to pay insurance.
Ew.
But I was essentially working... I was opening and closing all the fucking time.
Oh my god.
I was like,
oh yeah, like
that's ridiculous. And the only reason why I started working there is because pandemic.
Oh yeah.
I was living at home, so I didn't have to. All the money that I was making was for me, essentially.
Joy. I was saving up. Love that for you.
I was saving up, and I was getting out of the house because everyone was at home, and I was like, I'm gonna die if I stay here with everyone. So I literally, and I never got COVID once. Wow. But yeah, so I think that's a whole other topic we could get down to. It's like just the abuse of kids in the workplace.
Oh my god, as well. But to be fair, I was around the most amazing food. I was around the most both times I was in those jobs. I was around the most amazing food, and like literally, yeah, it was actually nice. But like he was like a manager, and he was horrible. And then I worked in a theatre bar, and I met Ian McKellen.
Oh.
He was lovely. He
was
really nice.
Lovely.
I was probably overly attentive. I was like, hi.
Yeah. But it's your first celebrity after you meet your...
Yeah, like, he was so nice. So he just came into the bar just for a little sarnie, and, you know, he just wanted to just read his book. Nice. I was like, oh my God. I was like, hi. What can I get you? He was like, just coffee. I can't do an Ian McKellen impression. just a coffee and your sandwiches look lovely. I'm like, they're really, really nice. They were not nice, but I was like, they're very nice. And I was like, have you got enough cutlery? Is everything okay? He was like, I was like, do you want some water? He was like, it's okay. And I felt really bad. I didn't want to ask for a photo.
Yeah, he's probably minding his business.
I know, but like, so the deal. I got working weddings, was really great. Free wine, free food. I love that. The second one, silver service restaurant. Bullied, yeah. 25% off your meal. That was it. Off the meal.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And you would only get, like, as, like, a meal, chef would do you, like, some chips or something. Shit. Yeah, some chips.
Yeah.
Or a sandwich. And you're like, oh...
This is
thanks.
fab.
Or if anything was left over, like a tray of potatoes, you'd be like, "Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I'll just eat this. I'll eat this on my I'll eat this on my double break." And then the theatre bar was like, "Great, you got money off theatre tickets. You got a free lunch while you were working there.
Yeah,
obviously got to meet Ian McKellen.
Yeah,
but that's like what would your? This is a complete segue, but I'm sick of talking about fucking managers that aren't going anywhere. Like literally, the thing is though, the amount of times I wanted to say to him, this is as good as you're gonna get, babe. Bullying 15-year-olds. Feel big about yourself.
You know what? I would probably say it nowadays.
What do you mean?
Like, if I saw a manager
as an adult, yeah,
if I saw that, if I was a customer and I saw that, I would fucking revolt and bring that man down. Humble Men 2023.
Yeah, like,
love it.
Also as well, it's like, you're a man as well. Like,
you're a man.
Like, girl.
So,
you're a manager.
So, like, yeah.
Hun.
Being a man.
But like back to our complete segue, because like I feel like we could just go on and on about how we were bullied by men as a child in the workplace. Ooh, podcast topic: bullied by men in the workplace.
Mate,
fuck,
mate.
We need. That's its own podcast in itself.
That's its own Me Too movement.
That's its own movement. Right. What would your death row meal be?
This is like the hardest question.
This is not hard for me.
I feel like, mate, I would have definitely my Nan's croquetas for sure.
Meat, no meat.
Meat. The hell.
The hell.
The jamon, and then probably have. I don't know. I just love food, and like it depends what I'm feeling that day. Like this is the same reason why.
Bitch, you are gonna die. You can't just go to Officer Barry White and what the fuck?
White.
You can't just go to Officer White and go, "Oh, I don't know what I'm feeling today." Bitch, you are gonna die in an hour. Like, nut up or shut up. Like
probably like Five Guys burger. So random.
What?
But that's what I mean.
Actual fuck.
Like, I don't know.
I am renouncing your title as my foodie friend. Like, girl.
That's what
No.
I mean. Like,
I don't want to ask you this question anymore.
oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, right.
Okay.
There's a pizza in the very small town in Spain that I lived in, and it was a carbonara pizza.
Wow, okay.
And it had the white sauce, like the carbonara sauce. Well, it's, carbonara probably doesn't have sauce.
Bechamel.
But anyway, it had bechamel.
Bechamel.
Bechamel. It had the mushrooms. It had
Oh my God,
bacon. It
stop,
had the onions.
stop.
And then in the middle, it had an egg that was like baked. It was like a fried egg essentially, but it was like
Huevos.
baked from like the oven fire, the wood fire oven.
Huevos.
And I was like, oh, this is fucking fab. So I would definitely have that because then the egg
Yeah,
yolk was right.
Feddies.
Oh, I want to go back. I think I genuinely.
What's those?
I went back to just see that. I saw my one friend and I was like, I'm going to go see
It sounds
pizza.
like, I was going to say like huevos rancheros. No, the other one. Huevos rotos.
Rotos.
No, that's potatoes, isn't it?
Yeah? I don't know.
There's one with a tortilla, and it's like huevos rancheros on a tortilla.
Oh.
And I can't remember, it's not
I don't know.
huevos tortilla.
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 Yeah, so that will definitely be part of it.
Yep.
God, there's this smoothie place in New York, and they're...
Officer Barry White is having to travel far
Yeah.
for your. He's gone to Spain. He's gonna have to go to New York.
Yeah.
Like,
Get a trip out of it. The fuck? Don't complain.
Officer Barry White. So sorry.
He's gonna have so many fucking stamps in his passport.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so there's this place in New York. Oh, you know what? Mofongo. I'd fucking die for mofongo.
Well, you would be because it's a death row meal.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, mofongo from like I forgot what the restaurant was called, but basically they had mofongo in like this mame smoothie.
Mame?
Mame. I don't know what that is in.
I know what it is, but I
in
don't know
English.
what it is.
But yeah, it is delicious and it is wonderful. And then fried chicken from the DR.
Girl.
And it comes with plantains instead of chips. And I'm so
your-
here for it.
So your smoothie is your dessert.
You know, my smoothie's my drink. The fuck? The dessert? I don't know. Let's see. What's yours? While I think about it, what's yours?
So mine, right, I'm doing it up Jesus style.
Okay.
I'm having my dinner with my 12 disciples.
My 12 disciples.
Like,
I better be in there.
It literally will be the Last Supper. Like, for real. Like, do you know what I mean? But, other than that, it's tapas.
You know what? Fair enough.
Because you get everything.
Yeah.
So you get bread, you get veggies, you get fucking meat,
Or
fish. But also as well, I would eat so much that I would be sick. So I would have every single tapas dish in the world that there is with me and my 12 disciples. Officer Barry White can come in as well. Fuck it, I'm gonna die. So I have my mum there, my dad, my nan, brother, sister. Don't have a fucking sister.
You have a sister.
I don't have a fucking sister. My sisters. And I have my fucking sisters.
Girls, gays, and lays.
Those, my hermanas.
Yeah.
I'd have them. I'd have you guys, like, literally, I'm gonna die. This is the last
might
time you're
as
gonna
well.
see me. You fuck. And then
We'll put on a playlist that we've curated over the
I
years.
would have, what's that fucking guy that did Margaritaville? Buffett. Jimmy Buffett, not Warren.
Warren Buffett.
Warren! Him!
No, Warren Buffett's a man from, like, Wall Street.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Buffett.
I'd have a shit ton of frozen margs everywhere.
fuck yeah.
Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville. Like,
Oh,
those
you have to go
margs.
to the hotel in Hollywood, Florida.
It's like, yeah, it's huge. I actually wanted a Margarita. You know the Margaritaville, like, the machines?
Yeah.
That you could buy, that you can make it. I really want one of them.
Investment when we grow up.
Well, I'm gonna die. It's my death row meal.
Oh, you're right.
So,
rip.
and then dessert.
She died.
She did. Oh, so sad. She died how she lived. Stuffing her fucking face.
And you know what? Stuffing.
Just have it. What would you have for your death row meal?
It's so
Stuffing.
good. No, I have it as a side. It's like stuffing. I think. Oh my god, there are these chips in McDonald's in Spain. Odd, but I have
Like fries.
They're different. They're called deluxe. Patatas deluxe, and they
Yeah.
come with a chive and sour cream. It is bang. Ah,
They're not bravas.
No. They are. I don't know what they're.
I don't know what they are.
They're patatas, but it's just the way that they're cooked and chopped, and I don't know. They're different from like
I'll tell you.
regular chips.
I will tell you why. Because they're probably sprinkled with like heroin or something.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. They're so good.
Ooh, let me just replace my MSG for heroin.
Heroin.
Dessert. Yeah, I don't fucking like... I'm not massive on dessert. I'm much more of a starter and a main gal.
I think I like something sweet to, like, end off.
I
like,
get you, but...
A piece of chocolate. Like a tiny little square.
An after eight mint. That's what I'd
Yeah,
have for
like
my death row
honestly,
dessert.
Honestly, like,
mint.
that's usually... maybe a yogurt?
Do you know what? Hear me out. Yogurt, big fucking shout for a dessert. People
fucking love it.
People knock it, but fuck me.
I fucking
great.
love yogurt.
I
You know what?
love yogurt.
I was so sad this morning. I bought the most delicious mango and passion fruit yogurt. It isn't like the big tub, so I obviously have to take a little tub away.
I would fucking eat the whole tub in one.
You know what? That's why I'm rationing it, because I would.
They're like pints and a half, aren't they?
Yeah,
and you're like,
I would. And so this morning, I'm excited with my pasta, and I'm a big girl, so I have glass Tupperware. And this morning, the dyspraxia kicked in, and I dropped my lunchbox. I was like, oh.
This is exactly why I don't have glass Tupperware.
Listen, and it sounds like it drops, and it's just, continue on my day. And then I realised, my yogurt Tupperware is broken. And I literally told one of my co-workers, because he saw my glass Tupperware, and he was like, oh my god.
So it smashed?
Yeah. Smashed.
So it had your lunch and your yogurt?
And yogurt. Both of them smashed. I was like, oh my god. But yesterday...
So did you have to then just go buy lunch? Cause it's all over the floor?
I paraded my lunch this morning and threw it in the bin because it had glass in it. And so yesterday, yesterday my co-worker saw my glass Tupperware, and he was like, oh my god, big girl, like, you with a glass Tupperware. I was like, yeah, never smashed it. Not even 24 hours later, I smashed not one, but 2 Tupperwares.
This is what I'm saying. Don't speak this shit into existence.
I didn't mean to.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Somebody up there was watching.
Yeah.
Dios.
Yeah.
Papa, can you hear me? He's up there.
Papa. Yentl.
But
Rachel Berry.
Yogurt for a dessert. Fucking
peng.
Elite. I would probably actually go for like a panna cotta. Boring, I know, but it's like a moussey yogurt.
Tiramisu.
Girl, the tiramisu from Gloria in Shoreditch, specifically that one.
I need to try it.
Girl, it's so good. So my brother took me there for my birthday. Oh,
Your brother take me there for my birthday?
No.
Oh.
No. We did the courses. So we had like, weirdly, even though it's Italian, we had ceviche for a starter.
You know what? Fucking here for it.
Here for it. So we had like,
we had so good.
We had like 3 mini starters, and then we did
ceviche.
Girl. Then we did the the pasta and the cheese wheel.
Ooh.
For the next one. Then we had a fucking chateau. I think actually it wasn't a Chateaubriand. We had a porterhouse. Anyway, because it's like an Italian restaurant, so I don't know why I said Chateaubriand. Anyway, so we had like a big fuck off sharing steak. Then what else did we have after that?
Oh my god.
We had potatoes and shit, and then this type of restaurant as well. They do the whole big fucking happy birthday thing.
Ooh,
mortifying.
I think that's what we should do for a birthday then.
No, I was sat there like, because so loads of people were doing the happy birthday, and then literally I was like, oh, thank fuck you didn't do that for me. Thank God. Oh my God, so good. Like, thank God you didn't do that for me.
Uh-oh.
I was the last one of the night because we'd had so many fucking courses. I was literally the last one of the night. Out comes this, probably the biggest tiramisu I've ever seen in my life.
We're doing that for birthday.
It was a doorstop. Like, it was a fucking... No, it gets better. It gets better. It was a fucking wedge of tiramisu. And then, no. And then guess what it had on top? Bitch.
Stop it.
Italian meringue.
Wow.
I have never been so full. Also, as well, we were having, like, cocktail with every course. I was on my arse. Like,
I think we should just do that for our birthday.
I think I've never been so full. And then they brought out this tiramisu, but I was so mortified by the fact they were like, happy birthday, but I was like, oh, but the fucking tiramisu's right there, like, I'll just fucking suck it up, because I don't want them to, like, take it away. But, like, I was, like, eating the tiramisu as they were singing, because I just looked at it, and went, just inhaled it, and they were like, oh, is it good? I was like, and I was literally, like, putting my fingers in my mouth to try and push it down, because there was, like, steak, still in my gullet, and I was like, and they were like, you know you can take it home. And I'm like, yeah, I do know that. But yeah,
I think we should do that.
We should do that for our birthday.
Because we said last year, it was such a big fuck off to, like, plan everything. It was like,
oh my god.
next year, just you and I.
This is what we said. This is what we said. Like,
literally.
Gloria,
Shoreditch, just you and I.
Everybody.
And everyone else who listens to this.
Yeah, everybody pissed me off on my birthday. Because...
Yeah, honestly, it was such a fucking faff. Like, I'm already a producer for, like, a living. I don't want to produce my own fucking birthday.
And then everybody flakes. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, we did have a good birthday.
Oh my god,
we had
a good
very
time with
good
us.
birthday.
It's always a good time.
When they fucking turn around and were like, oh, you know you've still got like 300 quid on your bar tab.
Oh my god, what was that?
And I'm like, the fuck?
Someone messed up
but we'd
here.
already had like so much alcohol.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Yeah, and we had cupcakes.
And shots. And
shots.
And martini trees. And I was just like, and they were like, oh, and we were like, everybody order drinks. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Because we'd already had so much and then literally, had to have more.
I can't believe I actually survived that night.
I don't think I did.
My knee gave way.
What did you...
I was dropping it low.
God. Dropping it far too low.
I think as we grow up, I learned that if we do a night out, it's always the 6 of us. And that's it. No one else.
Literally, because
no one else.
Also, as well, everybody just fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, and I think also it's obviously always difficult to manage 8 people or like 13 people everywhere.
I think the minute it goes above 5,
Our
unmanageable.
Unmanageable.
Unhinged, unmanageable.
But our group is good.
Yeah, literally.
I think, honestly, I think I only go out with you guys.
Yeah, no, I know. But, like, I think our group should do a come down with me.
It would be fucking peng.
It would be...
I think it would be the most fun.
Feral.
Where will we do it? Because we're all spread out across the country. Who knows?
The thing. That's the thing. With come down with me, you have to go to people's houses.
I don't have the budget for that.
Bitch. Like, what would you do?
Go to Northampton, Aylesbury, and Exeter.
What would you do for come down with me, though?
What would I do?
Or maybe you shouldn't tell me if we do... No.
Don't tell me.
No,
I won't tell you.
Tell me now, but just know, if we do this come down with me, you've got to change it. Because I won't
for fuck's sake.
I would be that fucking bitch on come down with me that's like, oh my god, this was amazing, this was so good, but I didn't like her veg, so it's a 3.
Yeah.
I'd be that bitch.
You know what? I'm more concerned about what a certain person...
I would wreak havoc.
No. I would be concerned about what would cook. You know, it would be pizza.
Our friend literally would cook chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets, guys.
Pop-Tarts.
With some ketchup on the side.
I had to teach the bitch how to make
an egg.
pasta at the ripe age.
Yep.
This is when we were 23. The ripe age of 23, I had to teach the bitch how to cook pasta.
You know what? We live and we learn. But
every day's a school day, and that day was detention.
That day was detention.
Because I was wanting to, like, clap erasers, like, either side of her head. I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Also, as well, she'd been living with me...
How many years?
But independently. She was not living with her mum. She was living with me independently for however many fucking years. And I was just like, bitch.
You've never known?
And then she's like, why do I not get to go to your foodie days? And I'm like, I'm not spending a £200 food tab or whatever. Like, some of the nicest food we've had. And you go, excuse me, can I see your chicken tender selection?
Yeah. But that's the same thing with our other friend. Who, she was like...
For those of you that are listening, is whispering the names of the people that we are friends with.
Yeah, for context, because there's so many of us. Anyway, so... But basically, we started doing these foodie dates in uni. And
yeah, we did them in uni.
It was quite, there's 7 of us in the group. 6. And...
7.
And
one decided she didn't want to be friends with us anymore.
No.
God knows why.
One has the palate of, like, a 5-year-old. The other one was vegetarian. The other one just... I don't know. But anyway,
it's like Voldemort.
Stop it. And the other one, we don't know. We just, Anyway, so we just had to leave it to our own devices and go. And
it was an us two thing.
It's our thing. And so basically...
You're not invited, it's a 2-player game! Ow.
But basically, we are meat lovers. We love eating meat. We love trying new things, as weird and as great as they are. And one of our friends is vegetarian. And she was like, why can't I come with you? I was like, well...
Because I'll tell you for why. Because A, you're shit crack.
Yep. Stop it. No, she was.
B, she was shit crack. B,
Still is.
you're vegetarian. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to try vegetarian cuisine.
Oh my God, yeah.
However, I will only do it by force. I will
Yeah.
only do it if I'm going out with somebody who is vegetarian. If I don't have to, I'm
won't.
not going to.
Maybe a salad on the side.
Don't make
But, like,
me.
I think it was after we went to this massive Colombian restaurant and we had one, they had paisa, and, like, that shit has so much meat. She would be able to have the avocado on the side.
She would have the lemonade that they fucking sell, because the avocado's probably cooked in, like, chicken fat or something. Like, bitch.
Legit. So
Also, as well, there's that whole thing as well that I can have things
with other people.
With different friends. I don't have to do everything with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I have my interests, who I hang out with.
Yeah.
Those similar interests. I'm sure you would love to go to a funeral with somebody because that seems more your pace. That's fine.
I mean, we have a whole business
Bitch.
outside of I have a whole business with one of our other friends outside of this. No one seems to be offended. I hope you're not. Better fucking not.
I don't have a business. I just don't want to be bored. Like, I think there is an art to it as well. The art of dinner
Friendships.
Conversation.
Yeah, see, Anthony Bourdain, you learn a lot about someone. Anthony Bourdain, oh my goodness. Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain said, you learn a lot about someone when you share a meal.
Yeah.
And that, for me, is incredible.
That's
it's
so true. But also, as well, if I'm sat opposite you and you bore me to death, my food is ruined.
Which is why I don't go on dates.
I do not care if I'm sat in a 2-star Michelin restaurant. If I'm sat opposite you and I want to eat the cutlery because you're so fucking boring,
yeah,
my meal is ruined.
Yeah, I'm not
Ruined.
getting it. Also, something else.
God, she would lose. Come dine with me.
Yeah, what's she gonna make? She wouldn't be invited to begin. Wait, who?
Yes.
Which one? The one with the palate of a 5-year-old?
Both.
Or both of them? Or the one who decided to leave?
This has just turned into the bitchiest podcast ever.
And you know what? We're here for it.
So, do you remember when we did that podcast about the importance of female friendships?
Well, but it's part of being a female friend, having female friendship is also having these hard conversations.
This is an honest conversation.
And you know what? I'm not scared of this because we probably tell this to our friends anyway.
The Never Together podcast. Having those conversations that you do not want to have. Ding!
We'll have it anyway. We've told our friend she has a
She's fucking boring.
Well,
she knows that though. She's okay with that. Like, there are things that she brings to the party that other people do not bring.
And we love her for
That's
it.
fine. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You know, this is a safe space to bitch about your friends. Never Together. Ding. So, right, what would you do on Come Dine With Me? Tell me.
Ooh, I think I'd pull up with sancocho now that I've perfected it.
Whoa!
We're gonna have sancocho later. Let me see. And so I think I'd have sancocho because it's all the meals, right?
It's a blendable meal.
It's a blendable meal. No, but I mean, so for starter, this is risky because I don't follow recipes. I create my own. It's weird.
I will look at a recipe and I'll add shit.
I'll just see what I have, and I've made the most peng pasta on
the
three ingredients that I had in uni, and I've made the best red wine pasta.
That's the talent.
And I might just.
I'll look at a recipe and I'll add flair, and my partner will literally go,
spicy.
No, yes, he'll be like, this is a bit spicy, or I don't know if capers really belong in this meal, and I'm like, bitch, they fucking do. When you
add capers in lasagna, I tried that, and that was absolutely
girl, the amount of times I've converted people to capers in like a ragu or a bolognese sauce. But we'll be eating fucking, I don't know, something rogue, and we'll be eating a chicken curry, and he'll be like, I don't know that capers go in this.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes,
capers I do. Capers in everything. Capers in fucking everything, girl. But I like to do that, so I'll look at the recipe and I'll add maybe a bit more spice or a bit of flair and stuff like that, because I'm not that creative. But that's a fucking talent.
Yeah, so I don't know, my
so you do sancocho.
I do sancocho.
Starter.
I had this thing. I'm a firm believer that simple is great sometimes, and just bread and butter. I know it's
girl
with jamon and No?
No. This
gambas,
But so hear me out. On Come Dine With Me, you would get ripped to shit.
And
for
you
that.
know what? I don't give a fuck. Everyone loved it.
Like, Susan from Wakefield would be like, fucking, oh, she just did bread. She didn't really make it.
Okay, well, Susan...
From Wakefield?
I can probably eat gluten and you can't.
Oh,
So, fuck
sorry,
off.
Susan from Wakefield. Sorry, Officer Barry White. And sorry, our friend that is boring. Like,
love you.
This is just a slating podcast.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like this podcast episode particularly shows just how passionate we are about food.
Yeah,
because
every other podcast has been 40 minutes.
Yeah, because we're getting
this is 45 going into an hour.
Oh, because we're just getting feral about people.
It's been a long day at work, and like we've had coffee.
It's been a fucking long day.
The hot neighbour's here, so now I'm excited.
Girl, was he there?
Yeah,
oh,
it's
shit.
on.
I feel like such. So do you know earlier on I was talking about being a pervert? I feel like such a pervert. Anyway, I'll tell you what I would do because I want to make this podcast about myself.
Please.
So I would sticking with the Spanish theme again. I feel like Spanish because again you can just it's so tapas / Italian. Okay. So like fried calamari to start. Or
yeah.
hear me out. Fucking whitebait. Fried whitebait. Like, everybody gets a bowl of fucking fried whitebait.
I'm so here for it.
That shit is so good.
Oh, I want calamares now.
I could just sit there and just eat.
Calamari is the one that I'm like...
Yeah, literally, I could just eat. And then you look down at the plate and you're like, I was supposed to be sharing this, and it's gone.
No, you know the thing that I can't control myself around is olives.
Oh, bitch.
They gave me... I went to Italy recently, which is a whole other, like, podcast on this event. But basically, they gave me olives, and usually they give you a couple, like maybe 10, 12. Tell me why this is a fucking bowl of at least 30 olives. Yeah. I couldn't finish my pasta, but you know what I did finish?
The olives.
that were in there.
No regrets.
I was like, oh my, I have no self-control about olives.
So I'm doing either fried whitebait or calamari. Light, airy. Then for a main, I'm doing either a risotto or paella. Because the same thing, like, you will sit there and you will eat that and you will know the man hours that have gone into it. Like, you've got with a risotto or a paella. Well, less so with a paella. But, like, a risotto, you've got to stand there and fucking stir that shit. Like, my blood, sweat, and tears. Like, I gave that risotto my firstborn child. Do you know what I mean? And then dessert, again, this is turning into a dessert hate podcast. But, like, I'm not big on dessert, so I probably would actually fucking do a tiramisu. Or, the weird thing, I'm not good at desserts, but the one thing I can make, pavlova, which is actually
I've never had pavlova,
It's great. It's fucking great. But it's a hard dessert to make, but I can make it, so...
You know what? I'm here for it. Wow.
Have you decided what you will do for Come Dine With Me?
No, it's just vibes.
Is it because I slated your bread and ham?
Not really, actually. I still...
I stand by it.
I stand by it. Hamon, I'm proud of it.
But to be fair...
But, you know, I went to a restaurant in LA. And they had...
Valley Girl.
Valley Girl. And basically, the starters, it was $20 of ricotta cheese.
What?
Ricotta cheese.
Bitch. I know. Yeah.
But it's just literally
$20.
Bread. Listen, I would pay $50. It was so good. It was so airy, and it had, like, pistachio on top with, like, olive oil, and I was like...
Don't get me wrong, I'm there, I'm with you, but $20?
It was that kind of restaurant. It was one of those things where it's like, I'll pay for once for the experience. It won't be an everyday thing, though.
Yeah.
But the bone marrow...
The chef, like, shat out the ricotta cheese and went, this
the bone marrow,
from me.
It is the best thing I've ever had. It was, like... It was a great restaurant. It was about $100 a head. But you know what? The cocktails were so good.
Like we say, those are those meals, aren't they?
Yeah.
If it's good, I'll happily pay.
Right now, I would not pay $20 for a fucking bowl of ricotta. But that day, I was with my cousin, her ting. I was on vacation, and she was showing me around. They have been wanting to try this restaurant, and it was the most paying thing. And I...
But like we say, I did that for my brother. So again, similar to me and yourself, me and my brother, big foodies. I
want to be invited to those.
So again, same thing. For our birthdays, we take each other out. Yeah. I took him to this restaurant called Beast for this birthday just gone. Bitch!
Funny enough, the restaurant in LA was called Bestia.
No, this restaurant called Beast. Oh my fucking god. So, starter. Are you ready?
No.
1 kilogram Of buffalo mozzarella.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Un kilo.
Un kilo.
Fuck.
Of, like, with all the trimmings and the bread and shit like
Oh my
that.
God.
A kilogram. That was the starter. And then we had some, like, side bits. And then we had, oh my God, what did we have? I think we had the porterhouse. Literally the porterhouse, but the smallest amount that you could have, because I was like we were like, just for that we were creeping into the hundreds, 200s.
Oh my God.
The king crab alone was £180.
But that's the thing, you pay for the experience.
That's the thing. And then, did we have dessert? Oh, he had dessert because it was his birthday, so he had
little cake.
Like a cake thing.
Yeah.
I was like, they were like, oh, do you want a dessert? I was like, no, I'm okay. And then we had cigars. Bitch,
Oh, I need a cigar.
This fucking bill,
What?
£500 for two people.
Painful.
For two people.
You know what? That's absolutely fine. You still remember that?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing, and it was such an experience. And like the decor, everything. Oh my God, it was probably like one of the bougiest restaurants I've ever been to in my life. But literally, I looked at the bill and went,
yeah, like you cry a little bit, but honestly, that meal was like,
oh my God, core memory.
I remember it. It was an experience because I think
Worth it.
that was 2021. So I realized that coming out of university I was very stingy, and I missed out on a lot of experiences because I was stingy. Not that I was stingy, but I was just like scared of living because
I was living the life at university.
I wasn't.
No.
Like I remember, I think there was, events happened. I didn't go out often anyway, but then I moved back and I was like, I actually missed out on a fucking lot. Like I think I only really went out with you guys 3 times that year.
Really?
So because things happen. But basically, after that, I was talking, it's like, oh my God, it's £400 like per person, not per person, like together.
Fuck.
And my cousin's Ting at the time, he was like, I'll pay it. No worries. Do I have £400?
This is why we should be dating finance bros.
No, but here's the thing. He was like, this is an experience that I wanted to experience with a girl. And like,
absolutely.
He's like, I'll pay for experiences. I won't pay for excess. So
I
I'll pay for, and ever since then,
I would so much rather pay for an experience. So like, I would so much rather, like we say, take my brother to Beast, pay the £500 tab, whatever.
Take a fucking loan.
Yeah, bitch, went on my credit card. Rather than being like, oh, I got you a Gucci shirt. Like, so much rather.
And you remember it, and you probably, like, bonded with your brother, and, I think...
Absolutely.
I'm still very good friends with, even though my cousin and her Ting are not talking anymore. We're still great friends. We have the same birthday. So it's like...
Is he a Yelp reviewer? No, he's a Libra.
No.
What star sign are you? What star sign are you? Yelp reviewer.
Yelp reviewer. Can you imagine?
Fuck.
Google review rising.
What was food settings like as a family in your house?
For me, it was very complicated. Because I am obviously a big girl. And so I think growing up, as I saw my brother and my sister grow into their teens and seeing how their relationship with food, my parents controlled their meals versus how they controlled mine.
Okay.
It was quite painful. I can't lie.
What do you mean? Like,
so, for example, if I had a craving during my period, my mum would be like, "Oh no, don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
Just ignore it.
Ignore it. Have some water. Have a fruit.
have some water.
Have some water. Have some fruit." And then
what she really would say.
And then when my sister would have these cravings, she'd buy her donuts and like all this shit, and I'm like, "Hello."
What?
So it wasn't until I moved here and I saw the back in my day when Morrison's donuts were like,
oh bitch, they are
50p.
They're the most elite.
I swear to God, I had about 3 donuts in my lifetime.
Oh my God.
Until I moved here to England, I sort of had more autonomy on my food.
What did you do? Like family meals? No family meals?
Yeah, it was family meals.
Yeah.
But the way,
there was comments.
Yeah, there were comments. If I wanted to repeat a little more, because if I wouldn't have half of a plate, because there was some left and I was still hungry because it had been a fucking long day, I wouldn't be able to. But my brother could have 3.
Yeah, your brother's quite tall and skinny, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's only really been a couple of years since he's been 6 feet tall. But for the rest of my life, I was like, I was also fucking tall for my age. I've been this height since I was 7.
Lol.
Like, I'm also growing, and I'm also, and so it's quite, I think it's a lot of anger that I do have towards
my parents. Do you think that's affected your relationship with food?
Oh my God, absolutely. This could be a whole other podcast on how food and my living by myself is, you know, and meal prepping and all that stuff, how living by myself is sort of helping it. But the moment I set foot at home and my parents make a little comment, sort of erases all the work that I've been doing by living by myself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not calorie counting right now.
Oh, God, yeah, I remember doing that.
I'm not, you know, and I've done it, and I've,
Oh, it
you know, I
sucks,
used to,
doesn't
you know,
it?
I've had eating disorders, and
Do you remember having, like, a little notebook?
Nope, mine was an actual 5-subject notebook, and I would write everything down.
Yeah.
Because I was playing rugby and working out multiple times a week, plus walking everywhere, because this is just the city we live in. So I was eating 500 calories.
Yeah.
And losing 900.
Yeah. No, and
that's not normal.
I remember calorie counting. The ironic thing I said to myself was, I don't want to do MyFitnessPal because it's so addictive. It's so addictive. And then I would have this fucking little black notebook.
Yeah.
It wasn't A5. I think it was like A6 or maybe even smaller than that.
Yeah.
It was literally like fucking glued to me.
Yeah.
Like 24/7. But like we would do. Oh, it was awkward. We would do like family meals, and the tradition, particularly in my household, was you eat it, you finish it. So you eat it, you finish it. You fucking it's on your plate. You finish it.
There's kids in Africa who are starving.
Girl, yeah.
And I think that is so horrible, and that's something I don't want to realize, because nowadays at like 24, I'm like, oh my God, I have to finish it. It's on my plate.
It's on my plate.
I might feel sick.
Yeah. I'll feel sick.
But you know what?
Also, as well, like, if I didn't like something, it would be, okay, you don't like it, you starve. That's fine. I was like, oh, Mum, I don't like
I'm not cooking 2 meals.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't like mash, Mum. Well, I've done it, so... And to be fair, I get it. Like, she was a full-time working mum.
I absolutely...
Girl, I totally understand that you don't want to do...
And I think...
2 meals, 3 meals, however many, but I didn't feel listened to.
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of my anger for the way my parents talked about food and stuff, I now see it from a perspective of a working woman, someone who, you know, someone who comes home and like, I barely want to shower when I get home. Like, I'm so tired, let alone have kids and like
exactly
cook for yourself and have still some time for yourself. So I do get that, but then I also understand. I also see where my parents could have been kinder, and I'm also I'm using it, instead of using it as anger against it, I'm using it as a learning lesson for my own kids in the future.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Because I don't want my kids to
I'm
do
grateful
that.
though, because my mum thankfully never commented or anything. Not that I was like a massive eater growing up, but she'd be like, have whatever you like, don't worry, like I didn't have to ask for anything. You know, well, obviously when I was younger and, you know, there were snacks around, she'd say, you have to ask me if you want a snack, like if you want, you know, some,
but I think that's
some
just
fruit, some
basic
some,
growing up.
Some yogurt, you know, famed yogurt. She was like, you have to ask me, but that was purely so I didn't actually ruin my dinner. Because if I just kept going to the snack cupboard and 7 packets of crisps, because obviously being a child, you don't know when to... I don't think I know when to stop now, actually.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
But growing up means you realise when it was like, so you don't ruin your dinner.
Yeah, so don't
or it was a
dinner.
comment about my weight or my body or the way that it is.
Yeah, no. Interestingly, well, sorry, I say interestingly, I say thankfully, actually, my mum's never commented on my body. However, there have definitely been times... Actually, do you know what it was? My eating at university... ironically went the other way. So obviously I didn't, you know, I would still go out for dinner and I was still a foodie and stuff like that. But when I was cooking for myself, I don't know whether I was exhausted or I couldn't be bothered to cook for myself, or I didn't want to, or it was expensive to buy food or whatever. But
we realised the cost of cheese.
But girl, me and Slim Fast, we were best friends.
Yeah.
Me and Slim, I had bought them in bulk, and hid the, you know, like the tray of Slim Fast, like, under my bed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, okay, lunch, Slim Fast. So I would graze throughout the day. I'd maybe have dinner. If I was tired and couldn't be bothered, it would be a Slim Fast.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, so
I think that's
bad.
also part of, like, it's not a voluntary neglect, but it's a subconscious neglect of growing up, really, because you know, I think you live until you're 18.
I just remember being like 18, 19, and 20, and just not being hungry. Yeah. I just was not hungry. I don't remember experiencing hunger for a long, long time. Like a really fucking long time. And now, as an adult, I've like fallen in love with cooking. Like, it's like one of my love languages. Like, I love to cook for people. I love to cook for myself. Like, it's so nice. But like growing up and like learning about adulthood, I was not hungry. And stuff like that. And it's just not sad, but not good.
Yeah.
It's, you know, talking about being alive. But yeah, no. But I was grateful for the family meals. Like, that was a big,
oh my
big
God,
thing. Big thing.
I think it's something really important for me now.
Oh, God,
because then, you know, as everyone grew up, I think it was easier when it was just me being the old kid, and then, like, not everyone decided to, but, you know, my sister started going out with her friends, and then my brother started going out with her friends, and, like, everyone started working, and, like...
It would be... What
was a religious pizza night for everyone was suddenly like, oh, I'm out with my friends, or...
My mum would be like, I don't care what you do, but I am having one family meal together. One. She's like, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. I want one family meal together. And that's fair. That's
absolutely fair.
Like we were saying, the conversations we had, the relationship that was built from just having dinner together. It's
incredible. And I think I start to miss it when you live by yourself and you're like, like I'm here having dinner by myself.
Like I went home for the Easter break. It was quite ironic actually. I ate every single thing in sight. Because it was fucking there. I regret it. But like I've like coming back now.
Yeah.
I fucking am berating myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm we are both IBS girlies. I'm bloated.
I'm not.
Just me then. Just me that's got...
I think I'm the only one in the friend group.
Just me that's got gastric issues. But
everyone else in the friend group, I'm the only one who is like fine.
But I'm a bit bloated now because I admit I overindulged, and now I'm literally like, why the fuck did you do that? You're so bloated. What the fuck? Da, 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 da. Like when I was in my Slim Fast era, it's
skinny.
It sounds bad to say, I have never looked better. The fuck?
But do you feel better?
God, I feel better, yeah. But I look in the mirror and I'm literally like, oh, I'm so bloated. I'm so bloated. Like, oh,
but
fuck.
I think for me, it's part of my relationship with food because it's been so horrible for so many years. It's like not seeing as a reward, but more like fuel. Like, you know,
that's a good mentality to have.
If you can't, you know, if you don't have petrol in your car, you can't go anywhere. It's not that your car deserves petrol. Like, you can't go anywhere. So I think...
I still
especially
sometimes
this week, oh my
struggle
God.
with...
Built
so
wasn't Roman.
I'll have
Built wasn't Roman a day.
Built wasn't Roman a day.
Built wasn't Roman a day.
I'll sometimes have like a pizza or something.
Yeah.
And every bite I'm taking is, ugh.
Oh,
I'm
God.
not... No, even worse. Oh, I'm not going to shit for a week. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm going to be bloated. Oh my God, I'm not going to shit for a week.
No, but this past week I went interrailing and I was walking about 12 to 24 kilometers a week, and like a day with like my backpack, and I'd feel so guilty for having an extra pastry in Italy.
But you're in fucking deficit. Like that's it. Like you're literally in fucking deficit, and you don't realise that.
No.
You just see the food that's in front of you, and you're like, oh my God, it's a pastry. Oh my God, it's carbs. It's bread. It's this. It's that. It's the third. But you're actually in fucking
like I probably need
deficit.
it because I just went up Mount Vesuvius. Like,
girl.
It was fun.
Is that not a dormant mountain?
No, she's very much active.
Is she alive?
Yeah, she's alive.
Oh, I'm thinking of Pompeii.
Pompeii is the city. Mount Vesuvius burnt Pompeii.
Oh, Pompeii.
Yeah. So Mount Vesuvius had a big explosion.
I feel like
1944 was another one.
I feel like the Bastille song Pompeii was not very informative.
No.
And
not the Bastille song.
And on that note, girls, gays and days, love your body.
Love your food.
See food as fuel, because it is. We are in the best era we've ever been in, where nobody cares about what you look like. No. All your curves and swerves are beautiful.
Amen.
And you know what? fucking eat the pizza. Fucking
We live in a fucking floating rock.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking, we're living.
Enjoy it.
We're living through hard times. You know, there are bigger issues than whether that waffle is gonna kill you.
Stop it.
I mean,
oh my God.
I mean, for the IBS girlies out there,
Be careful.
like me, I don't have the fun kind of IBS. I have the shit kind, literally the shit kind, where if I eat carbs or soy, I won't shit for a week. But do you know what? Is it going to stop me from eating what I want to eat?
No.
Some days yes, some days no.
Depends.
But
Alright.
we're a work in progress, and that's the main thing. So the takeaways from today are:
Enjoy the food.
enjoy the food. Food is fuel. Love your body. Love yourself. And
Express yourself.
and if you don't shit for a week, you've probably got something gastrically wrong with you.
Go to the doctor. Anyway.
Love you and leave you, girls, gays and days, and we will see you on the next one.
See you in the next one.